1, 2, 3. Alright, welcome to the third installment of TylerMakes, my video series about the process of making a video game and trying to make it as an independent game developer. This week I have started doing a lot of regular Twitch streaming. I should say this month or so, because it's been about 3 weeks since the last video. I started streaming on Twitch pretty regularly. I've been streaming a video game every Thursday. In the past few weeks I've done Super Time Force, Rocket League,
Boom.
and Super Meat Boy.
This game is, what is the word I'm looking for? Punishing.
From now on, I'm going to be interspersing a lot more of the things that I'm working on or doing in these videos, so you can look forward to that. And I've been playing games and streaming them in an effort to get better at streaming, to get used to talking extemporaneously for a long period of time, as well as doing that while playing a game, which is a skill in and of itself. My hope is that as I do that more, I'll build an audience and I will get used to the process so that when the time comes for the project that I'm working on, I will be well versed in managing a stream. Please do check it out. It's Thursdays around 9:30 a.m. Hopefully you can peek in and see what I'm streaming. Beyond that, I've also been streaming the making of a game, which is a very different process, but in some ways similar. I actually find it much easier because when I'm making a game, I can just kind of have this stream of consciousness about what I'm doing as I'm developing, whereas when I'm playing a game, I kind of just want to play the game. I've been making it in Corona SDK, and it's been going very well. I've had several sessions, and it's interesting because the videos allow me to see the progress I make every session. It's very cool to be able to sit down and see the entire process of making a game. So I'm really looking forward to months down the line when this game is more complete, being able to go through and see highlights from different videos that led, to the full creation of the product. I do that every Friday around 2 p.m. Eastern. Another thing to happen since the last video is that I got a new computer for development. It's a beast. It's awesome. It's going to up my productivity by like 10 times because it's not as slow as my old computer. So I've been using it immediately to start work on some Unreal prototyping. I did a tutorial on an endless runner game, which was amazingly simple. In only about a day's worth of work, I got what is a functional endless runner game. If I had an artist, I could make a legitimate game out of it with maybe a couple more days worth of work. Probably be more like a week if I wanted it to be Temple Run level of features. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And it was done completely in Blueprints, which is Unreal's, I think of it as a glorified flowchart, but it's really powerful. And it's a way to actually essentially program your whole game through a simple flowchart interface. I use that to create the endless runner, and then I started working on a prototype for a game idea that occurred to me as something that is very simple but has enough interesting features to really get me into Unreal and get me to understand how the different systems work and kind of the major functional parts of the Unreal engine. And that game is based off of a joke off of a podcast that I listened to called The Comedy Button. One of their members is a developer, and the rest of them were joking with him about making a game where it has exploding doors. And so I came up with this game idea that involves going through a bunch of doors and then some of them exploding. The whole game is about choosing which doors to go through and when to go through them and hopefully not getting blown up. It's been a great challenge. One of the hardest parts was getting my head around their scaling and transforms and where your objects are, how big they are, and being able to create other objects in relation to ones that already exist. So I have this pretty cool demo of what I've got thus far, which is I've made these walls where I randomly place a door and then I build the wall around the door. I've begun work on making the doors explode, as well as allowing you to open and close them. And it's funny because people don't realize how much work goes into all those different aspects of making a game. Like simple things like opening and closing a door are actually extremely complicated. And I'm building off of an engine. I can't imagine what it would be like to just start with straight code and have to model an entire world and then the door and the land and the world around it and the physics and the character and then input for the character to be able to walk into a door and open it. Game development has come a long way. There's a lot of shortcuts to getting to just the fun part, which is making a game. And so that's what I'm working on. So I hope you've enjoyed the clips that I've included. I'm planning on doing a lot more of that as I go forward. I want you to see what I'm doing and kind of focus on that instead of my pretty face. I hope everyone's having a great time and working on your own projects, and I'll see you hopefully in a couple weeks. All right, have a great day. Bye.